Hey guys, it's me again, and it's time for a Pepsi. A cherry Pepsi to be exact. And a little chat. So I've been on here for a while, because I do the disappearing act quite a lot, I guess, because, I don't know, stuff goes on in the real world, and it keeps you away, you know? In this case, it was moving. So in early August, me and the missus, the wife, decided, screw it, we're going to move. And we're going to move back to good old England. And what a trial it was. So we cleared up the place, called the real estate agent. The real estate agent came around, said, oh, you're going to get a good amount of money for this. Then he said, there's a lot of problems with this place. So you're probably not going to get a lot of money. And then she accepted the offer. The first offer was on the table. And if you know anything about moving, and people buying a house, they walk through your house, they tell you things, they get an inspection, all this stuff. So it was quite a stressful period, you know. We had to keep putting stuff away. I couldn't sell what I wanted to sell in time, so I ended up having to sell it to someone like Half Price Books that gave me $1 for like a collector's set, like for instance, something like this. They'd give me like $1 or $2 if I was lucky, instead of giving me what it probably should have been worth, because if it was out of print, you know what I mean? So, but in my mind, it was, whatever money I can get before I go is better than nothing. So it got up to the last few days, and I was trying to sell. And by the time I had to leave, I had 8 boxes full of movies that I hadn't sold. When I say 8 boxes, I'm talking about 8 big boxes. So I took them to Half Price Books, where they gave me some shit and basically said, look, we can't take all of them. And I said, look, I'm moving. I'm moving tomorrow. So we took that there. Then I got FedEx to ship off the rest of my boxes, luckily to the Trinder man who took care of them for me. As always, he's great at that. And always great at helping with that stuff. But when I was at the FedEx, they gave me shit. They said, you can't send movies in the mail because it's copyrighted. Now, I said that's bullshit. Because Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, all these other countries send across the world all the time, you know. And the woman would not let it happen. So, as Donna said it, I did my manly voice, and she fell in line. That's how Donna puts it. I don't say that, Donna did, my wife. So, luckily, they started doing it, but then the guy behind the counter, was a moron, right? And basically was so slow. And I needed another box to put the rest of the stuff in. But instead of letting me do it with that box, he went, okay, do this transaction, then you can do the next transaction, right? So I waited in line again, right? Each box cost me between $500 and $700 to send. Yeah, that wasn't good. Luckily, I put all my movies that I wanted to keep and could keep in folders, so I ended up with thousands of movies in each box. For the most part. So I was quite lucky in that aspect, otherwise it wouldn't have been worth it at all. It would have been a waste, you know. So then we had to go to drop off the car. And we had to wait. And at this point, we were waiting for Half Price Books. Half Price Books closed at, I think it was 8. And by the time we got there, it was 10 to 8. And they said, we can give you $750. And we would have lost that if we hadn't, we would have lost that if we hadn't got there in time, because we were leaving the country the next day, early in the morning. So we ended up staying at an Airbnb, and I ended up leaving the computer there and other stuff, and I ended up in trouble with the owner there. That was a bit annoying, because I just didn't have time. I didn't end up sleeping for like 5-6 days. Because I was constantly working, constantly doing stuff, you know. My wife, luckily, was able to sleep and rest. And then it got to like 3 o'clock the morning we were leaving, and she heard the car and she went out there while I was still trying to get stuff done. So that's how I ended up leaving stuff there, because I was going to throw it all in the bins outside. But I didn't have enough time, because the guy came early. So once that happened, we came over here because we couldn't get houses. I couldn't get a house. I couldn't rent a house in America, because every time I called up, the houses were gone. Or oh, we need to show you the house and you're in the country, so we can't, or, oh, we need these requirements and you don't fit them at the minute because we can't have any proof because you're not from this country, stuff like that. So, I ended up calling a guy about a mortgage. He said you can't get a mortgage for up to 3 years unless you've been in the country for that amount of time. And I was like, I'm English. I should be able to get one anyway. Nope, you've been in the country because we have to have a recent credit score in the country. Not of another country, this country. So we ended up staying at a hotel, the Village Hotel. Lovely people there, really friendly, really nice. Bit weird. You could only book online. You couldn't book in the actual place, so you had to do it through an online system. Now, while we were there, we were lucky because we got 2 rooms for space, because the rooms were quite small. And because they were conjoining, basically connected, we had a lot more room. One was a disabled room, so there was more room in that, and one was a standard room. So luckily, we were able to walk between each room and not feel so, like claustrophobic on top of each other, which was nice with all the stress we'd been through. So at that point, we get there, we get washed, and late that day, being who I am, I go to HMV and I buy a load of movies. First thing I do, I get to England, go to HMV, buy movies. So we go around, we do that, and then we look for houses, right? And we find one. The one we found was quite expensive, but good, which is the house we're in right now. So what happened? We then had to wait a month in order to move in because work had to be done on the house, which meant we had to be in a hotel for over a month because I couldn't stay with family, couldn't stay with friends because they didn't have the room. So as you can guess, being in a hotel, that came to a lot of money, which I'm still a bit peed off about, really. Just felt we didn't get any discount and stuff like that. Now, we did try talking to them about it, but they didn't seem very about it. Not their problem, business, So we ended up eating takeaway every day as well, which was annoying, or going out and going in Wimpy and stuff like that. And after a certain period, after like a month of takeaway, you feel really, really sick of it. I mean, literally sick of takeaway. So we got that done. But the stress of it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Being in a hotel, and waiting to move in. Because we just wanted to, start our life again. At this point, by the time we moved in, I had a stack of movies reaching the ceiling from the hotel room floor. I've sent people pictures of them. And I ended up buying a PlayStation 5, plugging it into the hotel TV and just watching movies on it, which I gotta be honest, if I couldn't do that, I'd probably go insane, So I was in a hotel. I was lucky enough to meet up with the Trender Man, because we were in the same area. So met with the Trender Man. That was really nice. It was relaxing. It was calm. It was something that I think really helped me through it, actually. Again, to hang out with him a couple of times while I was at the hotel. He met Donna, loved Donna. They got along really great, which is always great to see, because when you have somebody who's a good friend and a partner, you always worry about that. Luckily with Donna and Trinder, they're both really good people. So, don't worry about that. With some people, for some reason, just have issues with each other. But luckily, first thing they did when they saw each other was give each other a hug and a welcome and talk. So it was nice, Of course, we met at HMV, and of course, I bought a stack of DVDs this much. Then we went to CEX, and I got a DVD stack this much. And so every day for a month, I went to HMV and CEX and just picked up movies to watch while I was waiting. And that probably wasn't a good idea, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy I got movies, but when you got much to do because you're kind of stuck, and you worried and this, we bought beds and stuff once we knew we had the house and we were going to move in. We ended up bedding at the hotel. We ended up with all sorts of things at the hotel. And on the last day there, I had to carry all that stuff out. I had to put it into cabs, and the most annoying thing was with the cabs was they would go, oh, we can't promise you we're going to have a big boat cab. And you're just like, what's the point in booking you then? If you're going to not have a size we need when we're booking you in advance, what's the point? So we finally get to the house on, I think it was like the 4th or 5th of October. Is it October? Yeah, October. And we get in here, we look, the place is nice, the place is lovely, the place has been repainted, you know, all this other stuff repainted, so things have been sorted, new flooring, you know, all sorts of stuff. That's what we had to wait for. Now, I don't think it all got done within the time, which isn't bad because it was the minor things that didn't get done, you know, because things keep coming in the mail for the owner of the place, which is things like locks and stuff like that. So we moved in, and the first couple of days we were just like, let's just sleep, you know, let's just sleep. Then we went out, got stuff. The first thing I did was I ordered bookcases. Let me show you quickly. I ordered all these bookcases. So, look at that. I will show them off a little bit more in another video, because I can go through them. I'm still filling them up. I've also got another room to show, which has bookcases and stuff in. So, well, not really, there's shelves already there. But anyway, so we moved in. We love the place. It's lovely and big. Lovely, 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 lovely. I love it here. Nice and peaceful. The neighbours are all elderly, you know, and older, so you know it's not going to be party season. You know it's going to be calm and relaxed. It's got a very strong village kind of feel to it, where you feel like all these people would stand together, you know, and do things, and they've got a carnival here every June and stuff like that. So, I since I've been there, I've had a lot of packages, as you could tell from looking at the shelves as I went by with the camera. And my mailman has started turning up to the door with a big container full of packages. Yep. So what's nice about that is when I was in America, I don't know if many people know this, well, obviously people that live in America will. Just hold on a second. In America, when you order something, sometimes it can take 2 weeks to get to you. In England, most of the time, the things get shipped and they'll be within 1 to 2 days. Which I love. I love that because that means I can go, yes, what am I going to watch today? I'm going to watch this, what I ordered 2 days ago. Thank fuck for that, you know. What isn't good is the Royal Mail strikes, but to be honest, they don't affect me that much because people send through couriers. I'm getting stuff from Amazon, so even on those days, I've got something else. So, what else can I say about it? So, basically, we like being here. We're in Hampshire, by the way. I won't say the exact place because people might try and find me. And I don't want that. Because I know I'm a hunk and I know people get a bit obsessed with this place. So, you know, but I'm in Hampshire. And it's a lovely area. The local shopping centre area is nice. It's got a lot of stuff there. It's got an HMV, a CX. I don't know why I call it CX. People call it Sex, but I call it CEX. There's a lot of places nearby to go on the train, get on the bus. Trinder's nearby, which is nice because it's nice to have a friend, you know, who's like family nearby. So it's nice to have that. I haven't seen members of my family that haven't come here yet, but they've got their own issues going on, which is fair enough. You know, they've got their own lives. So yeah, I'm doing really well actually. Starting to get done with everything we've had to do now, so which means I can start to relax. I can start to do videos again, I guess. I've got so much stuff that I could easily do videos on. And yeah, I feel better living here because when I was in America, I felt really trapped. I was in an area where I needed a car to get around and I couldn't drive, you know. For some reason, when I tried to drive, I just couldn't do it, you know. I just couldn't get the hang of it. maybe part of my brain just wasn't for driving, So I'd constantly ask my wife, can we go here? Can we go there? And she'd go to me sometimes, I'm a little bit tired today. Oh, I've done all this today. So, and that was really depressing. So it's nice now I can just go outside. I can just go get a bus. I can just go get a train. I can just go wherever, If I want, I can walk. So that's nice, And I just feel more easy. It's nice to be in England again around, I don't know, it just feels very homely for me and very relaxing, I don't think I ever really liked living in America that much, to be honest. Not because I don't like American people or anything, just, I think, I don't know, it's weird to describe because I like America. And I like Americans and I like all these people, that are from there or here or whatever. I just didn't like it. Maybe it was the area. Maybe I just didn't like the area because I felt trapped. I think that's the problem because most of the people I met in America were really nice people, and I really liked them and I do miss them a little bit. But the good thing is with being here is I can feel more myself again, I can get help from the doctor if I need it easier, without paying a fortune, stuff like that. When I was in America, I didn't even have insurance because we couldn't afford it. They wanted like $500 insurance for me. Then they wanted like $1,000 odd for medication for me. Mood stabilizer stuff, because I have mood issues. So, it's kind of nice to be able to just see the doctor, just get the medication, just get things and just be easy with it, It's not easy to see a doctor here because it's busy, people overworked, but at least I know I can get repeat prescriptions and stuff and I know I haven't got to pay a fortune for it. Because one of the reasons I stopped having meds in the first place, which I think was around late 2019, was because we just couldn't afford it. And I was like, well, it was either that or not eat food. And to be honest with you, I was like, I don't want to be able to eat, I want to be able to eat, I want us to be able to thingy. So, I stopped taking medication. Has it had a good positive effect on me? Yeah and no. When I first stopped taking the medication, my sex drive, amazing, non-stop. Constantly. Now I'm moody, I get depressed, I get this. Well, not now, I'm on the medication, but I'm saying after the period, of that high. So now I'm more stabilised now. So anyone wonders, yeah, I wasn't on medication, I need to be on medication because that was my issue with my mood issue. So yeah, I like it here. We've got a lovely garden outside. We've got lovely mailmen because I see them every single day. And the people are just nice. I like it. I'm going to be doing a proper tour of the house soon. And I'm going to be doing a video of basically certain sections, I guess, in my collection. Because I want to do, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, I've got 24, I've got 30 shelves on these bookcases because I've got a bookcase upstairs, which I put up there for the stuff I've watched so that I've got more room on these shelves. Now, what I will say to finish off with is this. When I got to this house, by the time we got to this house, I had amassed from buying 1,400 movies I bought from the shops, and yeah, I didn't realise it was that easy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't buy any of them at full price. I'd basically got an HMV, got them doing the sales. I'd got them from CEX, cheap, like 50p Blu-rays, like things like Ride Along 2 and stuff like, stuff that nobody really wants anymore. Unless they enjoyed the film or enjoyed the first one, I want to see it. To start off with. And now I've got arrows, I've got indicators, I've got 88 films. I've got a whole bookshelf of 4Ks. What else have I got? Vinegar Syndrome, Eureka, Premium Collection, you name it. And most of all, in that collection, I got this. The Best of EastEnders. I watched this with Donna today, actually. And yes, in case you wonder why this was flopping around in there, it's because I dropped the case earlier on the floor. Now, I'm going to say this about this DVD. If you know EastEnders, you don't need this DVD. But it was fun watching Donna watch it and, you know, enjoy it because she's now watched EastEnders. So, to finish off, as I was saying, I feel a lot better in myself. I feel happier here. I'm still tired because we're still getting used to it. And it's very hard knowing I've got a movie room now, you know. In America, my movies were everywhere. We're talking about in cupboards, we're talking about in wardrobes, we're talking about on shelves like small shelf bookcases, behind each other. So I never really got to see what I had. As now, for the first time, I actually get to look at the shelf and go, oh, I fancy this. And that feels amazing. It feels really, really good to be able to do that. And, I just can't believe I can actually look at my collection now and go, oh, I fancy watching, let's say, Chucky, the TV series, because it's right there. Or, oh, that box set, A Female Prisoner Scorpion. I'm going to watch the second movie in that today. You know, because I can just go off the shelf instead of looking for them through piles of movies hidden in the closet. That feels amazing. It feels nice. I feel human being there. I do. I feel more human. You know, and I like that, you know, because I haven't felt human in a long time when it comes to being able to have my space or be able to do the things I want to do or anything. So it's nice. When it comes to friends, you know, and friends, now I move back, I'm hoping to see some old friends. You know, I'm hoping to get with my family at some point, get with some old friends, hang out, talk to them, you know, because it's been so long, you know. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes, you know. And, I saw Halloween Ends and that sucks. It sucks, balls. Sucks terribly. Anyone who likes Halloween Ends, I'm going to say right now, if you're watching this, I'm disturbed that you like it. Is it gory? Is it violent? Yeah. But does it make sense? No. Best line in the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode says, this ain't spoiling the movie. She says something like, you need to find a man who makes you want to get your breasts out. And go, whoa, fuck it. Right? And then she stands pumpkin on the floor. That's the type of movie this movie is. With a thing where it's completely out of character. Now, the other thing I want to say before I go is I want to thank everybody who supported me on this channel all these years. Because I know there's certain people out there that do. They may not comment. They might not post anything. But I know they do. And I appreciate that. I do. It may not always seem that way. Because I'm not putting a lot of content up. But I do appreciate it. I'm not just saying that. A lot of people do on YouTube. A lot of people go, oh, I appreciate everything you do and all this. And they don't. But I do. And the reason I do is because we all need support, you know. Sometimes when we go through rough times or, you know, we've got things going on, it's just nice when you come back and you see certain people over years comment on your stuff, you know, or liking your stuff or saying things. And I really appreciate that. So thank you to everybody who does that. It does mean a lot to me and it does sometimes help me keep going, you know, especially when rough times happen, you know, like on YouTube and stuff. So, yeah. So, this is almost a 25-minute video of me rambling and me boasting about I'm in a new house. So, I will end on this. The fourth time I've said that, I think. I will be doing a movie room tour soon. Now, it won't be a big movie room tour because it's very basic. I've got 4 bookcases, a TV stand, and a chair. So, at the minute. So, it's not going to be anything big. But when it comes along, it comes along. I've got to finish placing everything I want on the shelves. I've got a few things coming in the post I want to put on the shelves before I do it, because I feel like I fill it out more and, it makes more sense. What I will say is I've got a couple of things in the mail today which I will show off quickly. And those things are, one is the Children of the Corn. It's a bit dark in here in this position. Children of the Corn, look at that. Which is the 4K Children's with the Corn. And then I think the other 2 are just Blu-rays. What I love in this, it says, Children of the Corn, the Final Sacrifice. Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest. But yeah, I got that, which I'm really happy about. I ain't seen them in ages. And the other thing I got, I know I've said you will like these because they're all horror technically, is the House collection. I've been wanting to see this for a while, and I haven't. So, I think I've seen House 2, or House 1. But I've got to be honest, I thought, you know what? I want to watch them. I want to get them. And since Amazon have a sale right now. Not a great sale, but it's a sale enough. Oh, and this one. Let's get this out. Don't go in the house. I saw this on DVD from Ammo years ago, before I even moved to America. And he sets, if I believe right, he sets women on fire. So when I saw the limited edition of that, I was like, oh, I've got to grab that. Sorry about the dark thing in here. I need to get a light just for that. Because at the minute I've got it up here where it's underneath the bookshelf thing. Because I thought it'd be easier for me sitting on the floor doing this. So I got them. So I'm looking forward to watching them. And I've got quite a few other things to watch, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. And yeah, this is just kind of like an update video, let you know all that happens. Obviously, I condensed it a bit because you don't need to know the full story, the gory details of, one day I was in bed ill and, stuff like that. Excuse me. Excuse me about that. So, yeah, it's very late here. So, I'm a little bit tired. Yawning's rude. I apologise. But with another drink of this, with caffeine in it, I'll be awake. So, basically, yeah, that's my update. Hopefully in the next few days, I will do another video of my collection of so far. And, yeah, maybe do some videos now and again. I've got a light thing Trent helped me with. I bought this light. And he lent me the stand. Well, he gave me the stand because he didn't need it anymore. So I've got to figure out how to use that. Once I use that, I'll probably have better lighting in here. And yeah, I think things are going to look a little bit better on my channel. I don't know what I'm going to do on my channel because I don't want to just do reviews. I want to do other things. I might do out and about videos a little bit and stuff like that as well. But we'll see. But just to stop this from being 30 minutes long, as always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for always being there. And to all the people that support me, you're the best. And yeah, I'm in England now. I'm in Hampshire, baby. And yeah, things are going to go on the bright side. So see you soon. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day. If you haven't already, subscribe. Bye-bye.